few. I don't know them by name, but. No.
We're live. Yay, okay.
We are live. There we go.
Okay. Well, sorry for the technical difficulties.
Yup, it's fine. Whatever. Well, let's do this over again. Well, thank you for pressing that start button. Thank you for joining us on the Press Start Network. I am your host, William Corwin, and today with me I have Brandon Master Race Dom, Blake Fallout Fanboy Klinger, and Ken the Grizzly Bear Specific Cherry.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I like the bear. I like the bear.
Now today, since this is the will work, it's kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway, where I will ask you guys a question or heated debate on the subject, and I'll give people points for either winning that argument or heated debate. And the points, just like in Whose Line, the points really don't matter, but in how this show runs, instead of episode 1, episode 2, it's like level 1, level 2, so we get experience to go to the next level kind of thing.
Pretty cool.
So, if anyone out there has any questions that they want to send in, email ask psgn@gmail.com and send your question through email, and we'll try to talk to you through email and answer your questions. So, the first thing we're going to go through is, what are your guys' games you are looking forward to this year? I'll start us off, and first off, I have in my list Rare Replay, and that's coming August 4th, just because I've played a lot of those Rare games when I was growing up, and I always like Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie.
It's an
my
amazing
favorite.
game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that game alone, it's only $30, so I was like, oh,
That's
yeah,
pretty much
I'll
the only
get
reason
it.
I got Rare Replay. Pretty much.
Because Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
And then my second game is Mad Max. I really like the movie. I was kind of surprised. Trailer didn't really make it look that great.
Yeah.
But I actually really liked it, and so I was interested in getting the game.
Yeah.
Second one is Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. I loved Ground Zeroes. Yeah, it was completely overpriced. $40 when it came out for a 5-hour game. Overpriced, but I got it for $5. Dirt cheap.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, so I mean that made me really excited. And then of course Fallout 4. I just now start playing Fallout. I'm sorry.
I can't
I'm sorry.
believe you have never played Fallout.
I'm sorry. I
I
haven't even played Fallout 3 yet.
I cannot.
I played a little bit. And then I pretty much quit playing the game.
Why? It's when it started
I just
getting
quit
good.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I haven't played it all either. I've never touched the game.
How?
I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah,
not something I've seen.
I was
one of
always
those legendary games.
It's such an emotional joyride. Like, there's just so much in it that you can take from it. So many life lessons while killing stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But Fallout 4 is gonna look amazing.
Yeah.
Their whole crafting system, just mind blowing.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
top notch.
Yeah.
They said over 700 different pieces you can assemble and make different combos and stuff. I think that looks pretty sick. And then also the whole making your own buildings and making your own towns and settlements, and then making trade routes for it.
That's seriously
pretty
gonna be probably my favorite thing about that game.
I just want to get the game just to romance the robot.
You want a romance?
I think you can do that.
Well, if I could, I would, but
I'm pretty sure you can do that in
No,
Fallout New
no.
Vegas too.
you can't do it. Oh man,
There's a mission where you have sex with this robot.
Well, there you go. I gotta get that now.
No. I actually just looked up, and you can't romance robots
Oh,
or animals.
dang.
So
There goes my pre-order.
But that's
Yeah.
understood. It's understood.
That's
Yeah.
money not spent right there.
And
But-
then Star Wars Battlefront, of course.
Childhood classic.
I've waited years for this game.
Yes.
I think everybody has, honestly.
Yeah.
Anybody that grew up in the early 2000s
Well,
definitely.
I never even. And we started playing at the game nights,
LAN
parties, and I enjoyed playing it just to be the special people and with lightsabers going around as Darth Vader choke holding people. That's just great. So I can't imagine what this one's gonna be like.
I can't believe you never played that either.
No, I never played that. It was just not something.
That's like childhood dreams.
Like
right?
Fallout Vegas and Fallout 3 are one thing, but never playing Battlefront is people that don't like video games play Battlefront.
You got the playground battles. You settled it on Battlefield.
Yeah.
I never got it.
Battlefront.
I just never got it. I always played MW3 or Halo growing up on the original Xbox, and it just wasn't something I picked
He
up.
always settled his battles on the map Rust.
Yes, that was pretty much it. We played a lot of Michael Myers on Rust. That was pretty much
to be
what
honest,
we did.
I never played Battlefront either until you guys had me play it.
Yeah.
Or that the one game we played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're actually having a Star Wars Battlefront 2 LAN party next Friday night, so join us there. Now, my last game is Just Cause 3. Have any of you guys played that?
I played Just Cause 2.
You
Yeah,
played Just Cause 2?
Yeah,
You-
I played both of them.
Great game. And I've actually seen the trailers and what they're actually adding into the game. And
the wingsuit.
the physics. Have you seen like what they're adding for physics wise?
Not much.
Oh, it's great because they're adding like the cable that you can shoot out to like hook on other. So they're actually making it so you can contract the cable and actually topple down buildings and stuff with the cable.
You know what? I heard
and like
something.
and like hit and they shoot off the propane tanks.
Oh, yeah.
You can actually hook a person to those and it actually shoots off with them.
Well, you could do that in a second.
Yeah, but I mean this one's actually like, but it makes it so it like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just from what I saw, it looked the
Yeah.
physics wise, like the buildings crashing
And
down and great.
I heard you can shoot up multiple grappling hooks too. Instead of just the 2 things, you can actually grapple up to 4, I believe.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you can like.
yeah. I saw
in
a
the
plane. Yeah,
trailer,
there was a plane
there's
flying.
plane,
Yeah,
and then it had like 4 cars.
they
like,
they
giant-
reenacted
Yeah.
Furious
Furious 7.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, Furious
That's
6,
so
where they had
awesome.
the planes attached to the car and the planes flying
That's
away.
so
It was
awesome.
pretty cool.
That game was just so much destruction. That's the only part I did. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did the story. I would just
Well, there really wasn't a story.
yeah.
No,
There's
there
3
wasn't.
missions, but it took like 5 hours just to unlock 1 mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of it was just taking over strongholds. Pretty much.
When
Yeah.
did the first 2 Just Causes come out? Isn't that
Oh.
5 years ago?
Oh
Or
man,
was it
that
longer than
was.
that?
It was old.
It wasn't 5 years. The first one? 'Cause
Yeah.
the first one was probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Second one came out in like 2009, 2010, didn't it?
I thought it was
no.
more-
It was later than that. It
What?
was.
Huh.
It was in the middle of 360.
Oh wow.
Came out like during the middle.
I
thing
thought it
of
was older than
360.
that.
Does the new Just Cause 3, can you actually play multiplayer without having to download the mod?
No.
There is no multiplayer.
Oh my god.
That
Which-
is
That's
sad
a bummer.
part.
They-
You have to wait for
Yes.
for like 3 years.
That's what
Yeah.
they said that in the release. They wanted to focus on a great single player without having to deal with all the multiplayer, which I kind of think is a kind of crappish, because most people who play the game love the multiplayer mod. I mean, that's what they
Yeah.
play. But they said they will make it compatible with the multiplayer, so if somebody wants to come in and create it, they can.
Hopefully they make it easier though, because they said that last time, and it took the modders like
Yeah,
3
forever.
years.
Yeah,
Just to get it
So,
on Steam.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
hopefully that works out.
so that was my list. So what are the games you guys are looking for? So Brandon, just say
Well, pretty much all the same
games
games
you
that you said, but I'm a big car guy, so obviously Forza 6 coming out this year, and at launch for Xbox One, the Forza 5 was a great game, physics-wise, everything, but they just didn't have the cars like Forza Ford had. I mean, you only had like 250 cars. The new one's going to have at least 460, I believe, somewhere around there. I might be off by a few numbers,
a
but
lot of
a lot of
cars.
cars, more tracks. They're going to actually improve the physics for drifting, because in Forza 5, the physics for drifting were garbage, like absolutely terrible. And then Star Wars Battlefront. I mean, it's going to be a great game. I'm really pumped for that. And then a new game that a lot of racers been waiting for is the new Need for Speed. They're going back to the roots of
gonna be awesome.
Hopefully, well, from the trailer and everything else, it looks like it. The only downfall is there's no campaign. It's all.
I feel like they could still do well with it though.
Yeah. I mean, just the customization. They're going back to all the old school stuff. So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but hopefully it's not another Crew.
I don't think it will be.
Was Crew any good?
It was okay.
It kind of fell on its face.
Yeah.
It had a
really
lot of
glitchy.
it had a
Really
lot
glitchy.
of potential, but it didn't hit where it said it was supposed to hit. I mean, like
the customization was there, but then just the feel of everything was just,
you're pretty much like sliding everywhere in the game. You're like you said, a lot of glitches.
Yeah.
There was a lot of didn't really sound very good and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that yours?
And then obviously Black Ops 3. So hopefully they don't. Treyarch stays to their roots a little bit.
Yeah.
Makes a good Call of Duty game that hasn't been out for 2 years. Sorry if that offends anyone, but Advanced Warfare sucked.
Yeah. That was,
Zombies.
It's literally
it was
terrible.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
The Exo Zombies I played actually for the first time about 2 weeks ago. It felt like they couldn't use any of the Nazi zombies' rights
They really.
because everything was just completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it didn't have where it play the music every time you finish a round. It wasn't like the dash marks and then the numbers. It was just number, and the rounds go so fast.
Yeah.
And then there's like the special zombies, which got just super annoying.
See, that's the part about Black Ops 3 the zombies that I saw in the trailer that didn't look that good with me. It just like it didn't. They kind of went back to their roots with the original zombies, but there's like that scene in the trailer where that boss comes out or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm skeptical about that. And then there's, I don't know, it could be good.
Yeah, but do you remember Call of the Dead with George Romero?
Yeah.
That was kind of like a multiple, occurring boss. Like, because the achievements were saying that you get an achievement for killing that boss multiple times.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it'll be kind of like a George Romero-esque kind
Yeah.
of boss where you don't really kill
Yeah.
him, he comes back.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like they're adding more zombies in it, like flying stuff. They're adding like all that. So I do like how though that they're bringing kind of like older guns into it. I did like how they were. I think it was the PPSH or whatever, and some of the older guns. I like those guns like from previous games. So that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it.
I actually, for me, the more simple zombies are, I think the more fun they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Because in Black Ops 2, some. What the heck is going on? There's just way too much. And the only good one I felt like in Black Ops 2 was the Die Rise, where the buildings, and that's a maze. And the only reason why I got so good at it is I kept playing it because I was like, this is a cool looking map.
Yeah.
There's not much to it, which I like. It's just a giant maze. But then once I figured out the maze, then it was easy and it was fun.
Yeah, kind of like you said, the reason War Zombies was my favorite, it was the simplicity of it. It was just 4 dudes
See, that's-
trapped at the airfield.
That's how I felt about Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1's maps were great.
Yeah. That's what I liked the most was to see how far we could get just by camping in that corner.
Yeah.
We'd all get the
Someone
flamethrower or the ray gun and camp in that corner and survive as long as you can.
Yeah.
Well, just hordes of zombies come at you.
Now there's like flying dragon zombie things.
Yeah.
Like, nothing really you can do in a
Getting
corner.
Getting a little out of hand.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, my list, I think that's pretty much about it for me. So
Okay, cool. So, Balake. What
so
is your list?
so like you said, Fanboy, Klingler, Fallout.
Fallout
Yeah,
fanboy.
definitely. It's probably my top looking board game. It just everything about it. It's just
Yeah.
I can't wait
It
for it.
looks good.
Yeah.
Everything.
Probably Battlefront. And the new Rainbow Siege game.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
forgot
looking
about
forward to
that.
Rainbow
Yeah.
Six. Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that new Rainbow Siege looks really good.
Yeah, the physics. If the physics
Oh,
work,
you
like
won't-
they're
you won't
supposed
survive.
to.
But I feel like,
Yeah.
but I feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, the Rainbow games always. The reason I like those is because it was always like really hard, and you really had to strategize.
Yes.
Yeah.
You couldn't just run in this room and mow everyone down,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I liked about it. So I
See-
feel like they're going to do pretty well in this.
Yeah, I got Rainbow Six, New Vegas, I think it was called. And I loved it. Me and my brother would literally just team up, and we'd say, okay, we're coming in through the windows this time, and we would because we would replay a lot of the missions, or like go up against each other. So what we would do is we're like, okay, this time let's go through the windows, and we'd crash through the windows, and we would throw bombs in, and it's like, okay, this time let's break down the door, let's do a breach and clear and stuff like that. And I just love that aspect of games.
That was an old game.
I don't think there was
Yeah.
any levels that you could just go in, beat it once. It took you a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was
You're like, all right,
ridiculously hard.
we've done this 20 times. Let's try a different route.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, you found out there was too many guys in one place, so you're like, crap, okay, well, you come over on this door. And I think one time we did like a double breach and clear, and we had
Yeah.
like 2 guys come in, and it was great.
Yeah, that game is. Those games are awesome. And then probably the last one is Mad Max. The vehicle customization looks really
Yeah.
looks really awesome.
I'm looking kind of forward to that one. I saw a little bit of gameplay on that, but I'm just hoping it's not going to be one of those cheap games that they made like 5 days, and like it looks cool, but then it turns out to be really cheesy, really glitchy, and stuff like that.
They said it's an open world,
Yeah.
but I mean, Mad Max is really not that much in that world, so I wonder how they're going to do that.
Yeah, I think most of it they're focusing on the vehicle side of because he like something about his vehicle gets stolen or something like that, and he has to like get it back. Or...
No, you start off with a vehicle, but you can upgrade it and customize it so it's like better handling and all that. And they said fuel is a resource. And it's just like the movie, if you guys saw the movie. It's a resource. And I was watching an interview, and the guy that made the game that was being interviewed said that yes, the fuel is like a resource, but it goes down very slowly, so you don't have to constantly refill it and everything.
That's
They
good.
didn't want to make it a chore.
Did they
Yeah.
say how
Basically.
to get it? Like, how
It's
they
just
do-
like very like small areas.
they find it?
Yeah, you
gas
can
stations.
just find it anywhere. It's just kind of like
Yeah.
Fallout, where you just kind of
Yeah.
look around trying to find the good stuff.
Watch us go on Mad Max. It's the same exact thing as Borderlands. Like nothing's different. It's just Borderlands.
Well, hopefully they
Yeah.
make it like GTA or what was the Wild West one, the open world.
Red Dead
Red
Redemption.
Yeah,
Red
hopefully
Dead
it's like
Redemption.
that. I mean, those were great games. I mean, I loved Red Dead Redemption, and then the zombie thing that they added into that was great. So,
Yeah, the DLC was pretty sick.
So those are mine.
well, let's see. Mine, I have Rare Replay. I like that. I'm also looking forward to the Gears of War Ultimate Edition. I think they're bringing
So,
all
yeah.
the.
Ghost 1, 2, and 3.
What was
Or-
that?
I thought it was just
All
the.
three?
I think
It's
it's
just-
all the Gears of War like Halo. I think is that what the Halo Master Chief Collection. I think
Okay.
they're doing the same thing with Gears of War. That's what I looked into.
Because-
That's what I saw from what I looked up.
Because on the Xbox they had for like a month or maybe a couple weeks or something. They had the beta for the new Gears of War, but it was only the first one or something like that.
Yeah,
So-
they're remaking the first one, so I'm not sure if
Maybe it's that, I don't know. Like all I saw was they says they were bringing back some of the old Gears of War, and they're just like they made it like for the Xbox One, so like the graphics. And I saw somebody that actually played the game, and they said it's totally different. Like I was thinking it was just going to be upgraded graphics. He's like, no, it looks great.
Yeah,
They added stuff to it. It looks new and improved.
I've never really been a fan of Gears of War. Like I thought it was fun, but I've never really
Yeah,
bought
that
into
was me
it.
too.
Yeah.
But
I like Gears. Like if you got a bunch of friends and you played Horde, like
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
pretty much the only time I ever played the
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
because it was
See-
such a strategy game, like trying to survive.
But the
like
remaster-
zombies, obviously.
but the remaster does look pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Um,
we'll see.
But yeah, so I never played the game, but I'm hoping to get into it because I know Gears of War is really big.
Yeah.
The next one would be like Forza. That one looks great. Mighty Number 9. I'm looking forward to that because I love the Mega Man series, and this kind of brings a new twist. I saw some people playing it. They said it brings in the feeling of Mega Man in the general, but it adds like the fastness of a newer game to it. You don't get that slowness. So I'm looking forward to that game. Another one would be Rainbow Six, like he said. Battlefront, Just Cause 3, and then Hitman. I'm looking forward to Hitman.
I played Absolution. That was pretty fun. It was one of the free games for gold on Xbox. I liked that. It was like I didn't finish it because there's just other games coming out.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed what I played.
This one's going to be a totally different Hitman because a lot of people didn't like Hitman Absolution.
Really?
Because it got away from the original Hitman. This one's going to be an open world map. And so what's going? Yeah,
it's going to be interesting because Absolution.
Yeah, it's missions.
Yeah, it's missions.
Yeah,
it's kind of like an open area.
Yeah,
but the area is like very, very small.
This one's going to be a massive open world Hitman, and it's going to have like missions that like someone calls you and say, "Hey, we need this taken care of," and so you're going to have to drive to that spot or however you get there, and you're going to have like Absolution, not really an area that's marked off, but you're going to have different ways that you can come in and like say, okay, I want to snipe him this time, or say there's a kingpin that needs taken down. You have to go into his mansion on the coast or something and take him out by poison or something like that. And they'll give you different boundaries that you have to do things in or that. But it's going to be a massive open world. So and they said it's going back to the original Hitman. So I'm kind of want to get into that and see what that's going to be like.
So was that how the old games were? Like they would call you... was that how the missions were? Like you just... I
think so. I've never really played any of the other older Hitman, so I don't really know. I kind of want to look into it more. Yeah. But from the videos I saw of the new Hitman, they said it was bringing it back to some of the original stuff. So I'm guessing that's somewhat what they made them out to be. But that's pretty much my list for...
Cool. And if you have a list, viewers or listeners, please email at askpsgn@gmail.com for your top games of this year or 2016. Now the next subject. The games that are coming out this month, we already talked about some of them, but since the next month is coming up,
is mayonnaise an instrument?
Tomorrow?
No, yes, tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. I was just thought, I'll just go through the next month's games so we know what's coming. The games that are coming out next month is Rare Replay. We already talked about that. Bringing all the classic games back to Xbox One. And do you know if they're like high definition or are they the original games just in 1080p?
I think they're. I don't know if they're going to be HD, but I know they're going to be. Most of them are going to be remade.
I'm sure they'll.
I think they're just going to be.
I'm sure they have to up the graphics a little bit.
Yeah.
They're not going to be running 1080p.
Yeah.
I don't think
they're going to be all. They're all going to be pixelated and stuff like that. I think they're going to up the looks of them, but I don't think they're going to change anything to them. They're going to keep probably the base of the thing, but they're probably going to upgrade the graphics.
It's a big
to
step
it.
for Xbox. Like, it's going to be cool.
I'm looking forward to Rare Replay. I mean, Battletoads and what was that squirrel? The smelly squirrel that throws crap out of everyone.
Yeah.
The toilet monster. I think it was. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that.
The chipmunk.
Yeah, the chipmunk.
Yeah.
He literally throws toilet paper at a big pile of poop. Yeah.
And then the poop cusses at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really a weird game, but it's fun. We have a new follower, Aiton. Everybody say welcome, Aiton, for following, and thank you.
Welcome, Aiton.
Thank you.
Now, next game we're going over is Submerged. This was an indie title. I thought it was pretty cool. I never heard anything about it, but you guys can look it up later on. But it's this girl that looks like it has like a sick sibling, and the entire planet is just like flooded, and all that's left is the buildings that are sticking up, and it's like ruins and everything, and there's just like sea monsters and everything in the water, and they're like jumping out at you, and you have to. There's parkour, kind of like Assassin's Creed, where you have to climb these buildings. And
Is it like a
try
side
to-
scroller?
No, it's 3D.
Oh, okay.
And it's indie, too. So, I mean, yeah, the graphics are like, but it looks pretty cool.
It looks
Comes
really
out-
promising.
Yes, it comes out on August 7th.
Xbox
Xbox
One and
One.
I'm gonna
August
check that
4th
out.
for
Xbox One
PlayStation 4.
and PS4. Yep. And now, next game I know someone here is excited about is Everybody's Gone to the Rapture on PS4, and it's released on August 11th of 2015. So this game, I watched videos of it. And I was like, "What the heck is this game?" Because I've heard on like IGN and all like other game reviewers that are like, "This game looks so promising. It looks so good," and it's kind of like what's that one game you were talking about earlier? That's just like free roam, super graphical.
The Ethan
Yeah.
Carter.
Vanishing of Ethan
Ethan
Carter.
Carter,
It-
yeah.
I was
There's a
watching
couple
videos, and it looked exactly like The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, but you actually had like objectives
Yeah.
and
Okay.
you run around. Anything electrical, I thought it was kind of weird. Anything electrical still worked. So you're trying to find everything that's electrical and still try to use it like a phone and try to get a hold of someone or like a radio.
Well, I mean that makes sense. I mean, you're looking at everyone disappears, nothing's gonna like fall apart the next day. I mean,
That's true, but they said one of the goals of like in the game is find stuff that's electrical for some reason. That's just what they
So
came
what?
up with.
So what's the story like? Like,
Well, it's very very vague. It's all of a sudden like you wake up and everybody's just gone. You're the only one left on Earth, and you're walking around. Everything's still there. It's just every person is just gone.
that's gonna be so lonely.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very quiet game. It's just like a free roam kind of exploring game with like a
Open
some
world?
minor puzzles.
So is there?
Do you think everybody's gonna be gone, or do you think there's still be left behind the ones that didn't go to the Rapture? And
I feel like there's got to be
Probably.
some people
Yeah.
that
Bad guys.
for like
Yeah.
enemies.
Yeah, it maybe, but in the trailers they didn't show
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
so we don't.
so-
yeah,
so-
like you said, it's very vague. They haven't really
Yeah.
said much about it.
It's very vague.
there was one game I played. I'm trying to have a hard time remembering it, but it was a lot like that. The whole world pretty much has gone to crap, and you actually while you're playing it. You can intimidate other people. So like there's other people going around. So while you're going to do your mission or whatever, you can get stopped by just a random person on the street, and he'll hold a gun up to you. Well, I mean, you can hold up a gun too, and he'll be like, "Whoa, back off." I mean, you can then tie him up and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it's a lot like that, where you're just gonna meet like random. Do you know if it's an open world?
From what I saw, it looked like it was open world.
Oh, okay.
One cool thing was when you're exploring the open world, the goal was to get electrical parts or find electrical stuff. And then there's like these glowing like yellow orbs that you walk into, and then you see like the stories of what people were doing right before the Rapture came. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That could be really good.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm hoping they have at least some combat in it, because those games are fun, but they kind of get a little bit boring after a while of just watching stories and walking around. But it does look promising.
Yep, cool. And we also have another new follower, guys, and his name is Nickits. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but it looks like Nickits. It's N-I-C-K-T.
N-I-C-K-T.
Thank you for following.
Nick?
Nick?
Nick.
Okay,
Okay, that
we'll
sounds
go with
good.
Thanks for following.
But
Nick.
thanks for
Thanks for
following
enough.
anyway. Thank you. Now, he actually asked us a question, just a random question, and it says, word for word, random subject, but on a musical standpoint, do you guys listen to Skillet?
I've never been a huge fan of Skillet. They're decent.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, they're a good band, but they're not everybody's fancy. I mean, I like a couple of their songs.
Yeah, a couple of songs are
couple
pretty
of
good. So, now, next game,
Gosh, don't get me started on this.
Goat Simulator.
Oh!
Yay!
There we go.
It's a fun game. It's
That really is fun. I spent maybe 50 hours on it.
It is.
Whoa, that's a lot of hours.
I know.
I wouldn't do that personally, but I wouldn't mind going around and licking a couple people. I mean,
I wanted the
You're
achievement. They are like the easiest achievements that you can get.
yeah.
It was like blow up a car by I don't know. It's
My
just-
favorite is Michael Bay. Blowing up the gas station is a huge explosion. It goes Michael Bay across the screen for explosions. That's the only good part.
Yeah.
Is Michael Bay, or taking them all the way up to the crane and dropping them off into the pool. That was about it.
So it's actually already on Xbox One and
Yeah.
PC,
Mhm.
but this is for PS4 and PS3, and it's coming out on August 11th. So another game that was pretty cool is did you guys ever play Amnesia?
A little bit of it.
A little bit of it?
I never really got into it. I watched some gameplay by like CNanners and stuff like that, and I thought it was pretty fun. It gets really weird later on in the game. I do own it though, but I've made like 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, I played it a lot. I feel like I almost beat it, and I really liked it. It was like a very scary game because I don't personally like scary games that much, but I heard good things about it. I was like, oh, what the heck? It was like $5, so
Yeah.
I was like, I'll get it on Steam.
Yeah, I don't think
And-
it was a bad game.
Yeah, it
No.
was fun, and it was like kind of cool, and it scared the crap out of me multiple times. And the controls and like, here, play this, and it's just fun watching them, and they watching, and you know what's coming up, and they
Yeah.
just like jump and get
Yeah,
scared.
that's what gets me. You're walking out, shows up out of nowhere, and you're like screaming for your life. You either run away or
That was the same thing with Fear, how they like made the game so you never knew where to pop out at.
Yeah.
So it's like you'd be playing like one level, she'd come out.
And it kind of strayed away from Amnesia Machine for Pigs, but
One was just kind of pooping out on Call of Duty because there's so many games.
Their games suck now.
Yeah, but it's still the sales
Yeah.
are ridiculous.
I know, but the sales have been down though. Compared
Yeah,
to older
they've been down, but still, it's on Xbox One.
which
Oh.
I do have, so I'll give you guys input once I play that because I do have the
wasting money on them until I know for a fact that they're selling
reverse
game.
compatible. Black Ops 2 is the #1 right
Guess
now.
what the most selling game out of all of Call of Duty is?
It's
Modern
because
Warfare 3.
it's because everybody bought Modern Warfare 2 and you're like, whoa,
And they
holy
told all
crap!
their friends.
The next game is just gonna be mind blowing. Modern Warfare 2 is so good. Oh my gosh! And then they're like, dude, you should get this game. The second one's amazing. Getting their friends and family, and they're like, yeah, I'll pre-order it. And then they're like, what is this garbage?
Hey, it's still the #1 selling one. I don't.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. So the final game we're gonna go over is Dead Realm, which I just found out about this, and it's actually a game made by YouTubers like Vanoss and CNanners, if you guys have heard of them, and a couple other people. I don't think PewDiePie was part of it, but a couple other big,
Yeah, it's pretty much
big
like
stars.
all of CNanners group and like all of and then Syndicate and then some other.
Yeah, but it's just a small little game. The graphics aren't.
No,
too
they're not.
crazy.
It's like Gary's mod.
It's pretty much Gary's mod, but it's specifically for like a scary game. One person's a ghost.
It's the hide and seek.
It's kind of like a hide and seek.
Yeah, it's
kind
like-
of like tag kind of thing. So I think that would be fun. I don't think it'll cost anything. I'm not sure.
No, it's $14 for
14?
the. I just saw it on Steam. It is $14 for the beta. You can join the beta for that, and it is
I've had a lot of people
$14.
playing those.
Probably, yeah. I mean, everybody,
Thanos is huge.
the main reason why they play Gary's mod and they play the hide and go seek one for Gary's mod, and they wanted their own game with jump scares because they do the scary maps, and so they wanted their own jump scare hide and go seek, their own pretty much, and so they got a developer group to help them fund this and make it. But yeah, it is out for beta, so for $14 on Steam.
Why don't you come out for Xbox for $60?
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah.
A game made by YouTubers. for
Yeah,
$60.
I think if they do release it on Xbox or PlayStation 4, it'll probably be a $14
Yeah.
game for that too. Either
Okay, we can get into.
Bring
now do
option wheel for aggressive and
okay.
sit right beside you and
Yeah.
they kind of, dude, that's
Sick.
crazy.
You just have one
I
guy
don't
just
even need to
standing
finish
in
my-
front of Will, and then the next one, Brandon, and then they just didn't cut the.
There's that's pretty ridiculous.
It's
I mean,
okay.
I can see why it took like 7 years to make the game now.
Yeah.
And then there's a Fallout Anthology collection edition, which I actually bought, which is this miniature metal nuke. And then you twist it, and then it has the Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, and Fallout New Vegas in it, and they're all for PC, and then it has a spot for Fallout 4. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it has like a little sound when you
So they're
open
like
it.
games. You get all those games.
Mhm.
How much? Like $100?
50.
50 for all
I
three?
mean, they are older
Yeah.
games, but then the actual like metal nuke thing, which looks really sweet.
I mean, you can
It's
go.
like, yeah, it's 50. Which
You can
is-
go
I was
on
like,
on Steam
heck yeah.
Store, and that's like 20 per game. I mean,
So
it's still expensive games.
You bought that. I mean, you got that from GameStop. Like a pre-order thing.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it on the 25th, and it came out on the 29th, so I should be getting it
Yeah.
like today or tomorrow.
Oh, you ordered it, so it's mailed.
Does it come out before the game comes out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, it just came out
the
yesterday.
29th
Yeah,
of
2
this
days
month.
ago.
So
days
yeah,
ago.
that was 2 days ago. So I should be getting it within a week.
I'll probably go to GameStop and try to get it. To be honest.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's sweet.
So,
I didn't have
so
any games.
does that price include the game, or is that complete?
No.
$50 for the entire package.
It doesn't come with 4.
Oh, it doesn't come
It
with-
doesn't
No,
come
no.
with 4. It
Oh,
comes with 1,
okay.
2,
2,
and
and
3, and Vegas.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
it'll have a slot for 4. So when you buy the game,
You,
I mean, it looked like probably like that big.
That's a lot.
I'm picturing it's like around.
Did it have, like,
this big?
slots
and
in
it has, it has slots in it. And then it said it had like sounds it would play. You twist it off, and then there's not styrofoam, but like foam, the black foam.
yeah,
That had slots, and then each game had like art on it, kind of like special edition art on it.
that sounds really awesome.
how did they come in? Like just like CD cases or like
that's
actual
what
like?
it looked like.
Oh, okay.
Like CD cases.
That's gonna be cool.
And another thing is